We will rebuild.
We
We will
will.
rebuild. We
Uh,
sorry.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Cheers.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Let me
Yeah.
comfort first, right?
Yeah.
Then the cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's yeah. We haven't done this in a long time.
Almost 2 years.
I told everybody we gave up on it. We said, much like opening a business, just immediately bail.
Just bail
Just go,
immediately.
"No."
Let's fall apart. You're not going to want to do any of this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. No, you'll notice our set has changed a little bit. We're just trying to do some different things. You're not going to see Josh as much. He has moved
Who?
to Memphis.
Oh, you're talking about Wiseacre Josh?
Wiseacre Josh.
Yeah, we will not have Wiseacre Josh
He's-
very often, but maybe some special cameos if he's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm
absolutely.
sure we're gonna tell him, hey, tune in. We're gonna call you at 3:00, and he'll.
It'll be
prob-
3:45,
Yeah,
and it'll
so
be like,
we'll
I just
get
got to
15 minute
work.
snippets,
Yeah.
at least a glimpse.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot has happened in 2 years.
I'd say so.
The economy, the market, everything, the landscape, it's all kind of changed. Our focus has shifted a lot in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I think we were on the cusp of everything we did previously was a lot talking about, hey, the state of the industry, state of the market. This is
Mhm.
this. Tell me about your brewery. Well, it's the same conversation essentially, but I don't really necessarily. I don't know if you feel like that. I don't really want to focus on a lot of the negatives. I kind of want to focus more on like what is intriguing and what's new for the industry.
right. I think it's a big deal for me is like you definitely learn from mistakes, but whenever you make a mistake, figure out why you did it, don't do it again, and move on. I think
Yeah.
it's the biggest deal. Like being able to pivot quickly and being able to
Oh, so
focus
mature
on
of
the
you.
good.
It really is. I think. I mean, that's an honest answer. I think. Yeah. I mean, mistakes happen,
Right.
and I think usually your biggest mistake will be no different than like an MLB slugger just trying to tally another one onto his thing.
Yeah.
Well, he's taking a big swing,
Mhm.
and there's a little more room for error in that big swing.
For sure.
If it connects, wow, we all cheer. If it doesn't, we don't really remember those, right? So
Yeah.
it's just kind of one of those like, ugh, not good things. So yeah, no, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of just wanted to do a quick little, hey, we're gonna start doing this again, taking it. I don't know if I'd call it taking it seriously, but trying to focus a little bit more on. I think there's a lot of fun that we can have with this. You and I've gone through a whole lot together, and
Yeah, it's been a fun
in the
ride.
last 2 years. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, there's been some sad stuff, but it's been a lot of fun.
I would say it's got a good balance of it. A lot of sadness.
Yeah.
A lot of sadness.
Let's see. In the last 2 years, I got married, I got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
I got remarried,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm about to have another kid.
Yes, sir.
And that's really
Congratulations.
it. Not a, thank you. That's really it.
I got to be an uncle again. This
Yeah.
is just awesome.
Double Uncle
Yeah,
JP.
jeez.
It's perfect.
so many.
You're
more.
so good at it.
You're
though.
getting too expensive. My only complaint.
Yeah, May's a real son of a bitch.
And I gotta
dude.
buy you a birthday gift. Jeez.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm done. Don't worry about me. You don't have to worry about me. It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Send it back. Send it back.
Now let's see. You and Tammy moved.
Yeah. We moved to beautiful Roanoke, Texas.
I love Roanoke.
So I'm a Roanoke now.
Is that what you guys call yourselves? Roanoke?
I just made that word up right now on the spot.
It's fitting. You sold me.
Yeah. No, it's nice, man. It's just kind of in the in between. It's
Yeah.
not what I'm used to with the hustle and bustle. So, most people say, "Oh, you move out there." You know what you don't realize? The traffic. There's traffic. How bad is traffic right now?
It's awful. It's so bad. Like I was thinking about the other day. Like whenever we worked at Community,
Mm-hmm.
I still lived in kind of this.
We still
HEB
griped
area.
about it, but it was like
We
still.
still griped about it, but
It was like an honest 20 minutes,
yeah, and like,
maybe 30.
I remember, hey, as long as you get out by 4:30, No problem.
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. Now it's like it doesn't matter what time it is.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter when you leave. Everybody's everywhere, and it's just.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that people are getting dumber, but I don't even think it's that. I think there's just so many people, and the infrastructure is not quite ready to support that number of people.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, we're always tearing down. 183 is always under
Right.
construction.
It
820
is
under.
literally right now.
And I hear it from our customers. Because one of the things craft beer's on this kind of just decline in the sense, but a lot of our customers that live not in Bedford, there's a reason.
Right.
They don't come out here nearly as often because the traffic is bad. I mean,
It's
so
hard.
It's more important now to kind of support that local.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you're not in a downtown area, I mean, even like Celestial falls into play with this. Even though they're in Dallas proper, they're not necessarily like right next to a bunch of houses and right next to
No,
they're not in downtown. There's nothing like it's them that's around there.
right,
You know?
right.
Fall Saddle's the same way. Martin House for sure. They're a little bit closer to downtown, but still, I mean, all of these breweries that are still running and moving, like it really shows determination, being able to pivot, and I think just kind of creativity to make sure that you're still valid in the marketplace.
Do you remember that app? I think it was like where you could become the mayor of a spot, and it was based off your check-in. I think it was Foursquare.
Oh yeah.
Long forgotten, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you would just check in all these places, and you just try to like, he's the king of this. He's like, because you would go
I
there
do
so
remember
often.
that. Yeah.
And I think that it's
I
kind
thought
of.
you were talking about the Harry Potter game.
Oh no, I loved that game. We played that. I would call you at 1 a.m.
It was so
Hey,
late.
dude,
We'd go
are
to
you
the
awake?
park.
Let's go to the park.
Well, it's also COVID time, so
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like this is the one place that we can go and not get in trouble.
Oh, dude, yeah. That was so much fun.
That was fun.
But yeah, no, to me, it's kind of that. As far as direction for the industry is, yeah. I mean, you're gonna see now where most of our breweries have. We've had a little bit of time behind us, and some neighborhoods, or you've got your own following. That man, if you're 15 minutes from a location that's gonna sell you a quality beer, why would you necessarily load everyone in a car for a 30-minute trek,
Right.
15 minutes there, 15 minutes back? I think that a lot of people right now, that's kind of where they've shifted is the gas is expensive.
It's crazy.
Beer's expensive.
I
Life is
high-fived myself.
expensive.
Yesterday I went and filled up with gas, and it was under $50, and I was like, let's friggin'
Swing.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And yeah, I saw it was coming down even more today, but hopefully that continues to go. But I mean, you can't really. I think the biggest thing that I've really learned in the last 2 years, because I mean, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21 were really great years for us. We just started seeing a increase in everything, in the market share, in sales and customer base, everything. But then 2022 was still pretty good. It was still good. And then 23 got a little bit lax, 24 even more so now, and now 25 is kind of trending in that 2024 section, area. But what for you? What's kind of your hope for 2025? I guess what you think is going to happen versus what you want to happen.
Yeah, I can do a little two-part answer for you. I think specifically for Turning Point is, the biggest focus is quality, making sure we're putting the most quality, consistent product out. I know you and the Jim Jam and Caleb and Beck, everybody's in the, factory over there,
Well, you too.
the lab,
Yeah.
just cooking up things. I don't think there's going to be a lot of like reinvention for the industry. I'd like to see some maybe non-existent styles kind of thrive a little bit. But we still have a lot. We're what, February? We've got a
Right.
little bit of time here to kind of see where that's going to progress. It's going to be an interesting year. But what I am loving is the fact that we're seeing a lot of attention for classic style stuff.
Yeah.
So like what I'm sipping on, our Schwartz beer,
Mm-hmm.
it's fantastic. Brown ales, the Irish red ale, man, your lagers in general.
They're
We're
killing it
seeing
right
this uptick. West Coast IPAs, I think that's going to be cool. But yeah, I think it's going to, for us at Turning Point, I think it's just quality and then the service aspect of it. And that's something we really trying to make sure the presentation's there, making sure you're getting the right amount of head on your beer.
now.
It's very important. It's critical. I would hate to get the best beer in the world, whatever. Throw what your favorite beer is out.
My favorite beer is
Ever of all time.
KBBS
Okay,
from Top
So
Line.
imagine getting KBBS with no head.
It doesn't have any head on it, so let me give you a different beer.
Oh man,
Just
That's
like
a-
more
that's a
into like
shame.
it all dissipates so much because of the maple
Well,
syrup in it,
that makes sense.
and it's
yeah.
barrel aged stout, which is a
Yeah.
hard deal. But every other beer is my favorite beer. Like every lager, look, we got head retention right now.
Okay, so
going,
let's
but-
say you go to Bierstadt
slow
and
pour
your
fills.
slow pour is an
Yeah.
infinity pool.
Yeah,
I mean, you just did that beer. That beer, I guarantee you, it's going to taste.
I don't want the
So
infinity
much
pull.
different.
I don't want that.
So yeah, no, I think our commitment to quality.
Sometimes less is more. I think that's whenever.
Slow down.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we can say doing business for the past 7 years is trying to get that line down, as fast as possible, trying to service as many customers as possible. I know this season we'll have some episodes where we'll kind of mix it up with the food truck. Kind of different industry for us. I mean, food and beer always pair together, but knowing that sometimes being able to serve your ticket time in 5 minutes, maybe you could have done it in 8 and it'd just be that much fucking better. Maybe it's
Absolutely.
10, and even when we're pouring a beer, maybe it's important that our servers know, slow down. If someone is at the right place for a quality product, typically when I go to those places, they're not just hammering it out.
Right.
I have to wait a second.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you're not too busy to give everybody the best experience that they should have. I mean,
Right.
they come into like Turning Point or any other brewery really nowadays, or a craft place that take brewery out of it. You're paying a premium on it just
Yes.
because of where you're at. I mean, every aspect of that experience as a customer should be the highest level. Between as soon as you walk in, you're greeted with a hello, how you doing?
You're acknowledged.
Any information that you need, that the person behind the bar that's going to give it to you is completely qualified to give you an answer, number one, but
Yeah.
also that that you can trust them. That's such a big deal. And then after that,
We don't add any IBUs to our beer. Next question.
What's IB? Yeah.
No. The brewer specifically told me.
IBUs?
Yeah.
Uh,
EBUs? Yeah, we don't do that.
No, we don't. No, we're out. But yeah, I think, and then then it's the product, and because you can have both, right? You can have a place that has amazing customer service but terrible product, or you can have a place that has amazing product and terrible customer service, whatever it may be. And those are fine. I mean, I'm sure places like that. I know places like that. But
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which one I like better, and you're,
the product, the better product, like I think
It's usually the better product.
I'd rather get shit on and have a good
Yeah.
product than, because I think more often than not it happens that it's bad product and bad service. But
right.
I mean, if you can capitalize on the best product and the best service, number one, that's not easy to do. But if that's your focal point, and that's one thing I'll commend to you, especially in the last couple of years, that we've, in 2022, we really did a huge push and focus on distribution, and that went really, really well for us. Now we're focusing more on now that we figured it out, that's done. But
Well, running a business is hard. especially
Yeah.
with zero experience.
Right. It's
I
you
mean,
and I's first go.
I think what a big learning lesson for us and growing up, right, maturing, thing for us was, dude, we just wanted to make beer that people enjoyed.
Right.
Cool. You can write a whole business plan on that. Well, once you open, it's got to be this expected level of what it is, right? So,
Right.
and you're always trying to grow with the business, but then there's taxes, there's all this accounting stuff, there's customer complaints, there's customer feedback that is positive they have to get
Equipment
back
breaks.
to, equipment breaks, and all this. Like, it's
People
never
quit.
perfect.
Employees
People
quit.
leave. Good
Employees get
employees
hurt.
leave. Bad employees leave. Yeah, it's one of those where, I mean, yeah, even losing a bad employee is kind of, stops you in your
If
tracks.
you're not expecting it,
If you're not
it's-
expecting it.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, we've I think been really blessed and lucky that we've always had really good employees, and that
We've
anytime we
very
lose
thankful.
one, it's usually very bittersweet. They're usually going on to bigger and better things, or
It's very heartbreaking.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's, whether or not they're leaving us, or for whatever reason, or they're staying in the industry, it's kind of nice to just kind of go, hey, I appreciate you just giving us 2 or 3 years. And most of
Right.
our employees, I mean, it's not just person was here for 6 months, and no, we don't really have that.
no.
So it's usually a long-term commitment, and it's bittersweet.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to like the only real bad hire that I can think of that we did that corrected itself very quickly was Cabbage, but we love him and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. With Cabbage, even with necessarily a bad hire, maybe
No,
not right,
he wasn't
maybe
a
not
bad
right
hire, I'm
fit,
joking.
right? His ability to want to learn.
Oh yeah,
That is something you
and
can
his
work
attitude,
with.
man.
His attitude,
Like
yeah.
that is especially in our business.
Isn't that
where
crazy?
Not yeah, like
You could have the absolute
he was
laziest
not
person,
fit, and he wasn't lazy.
but if you just
he just wasn't fit to be a brewer.
right, but if
Yeah.
if you just appreciate every day that you just have that first walk up conversation, like, hey, dude, what's going on? And he just, or they do their thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh, it just puts you in the right mood, right? So it's infectious, right?
Right.
Because you don't want to walk into the wet blanket. That's,
No.
hey, dude, everything's broken. We're gonna well, let's try to figure this out. First off, don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be okay.
Right.
It's so different how you play off those things. But yeah, I mean, show up at 7 a.m. in the morning, start your 12-hour day. You don't want to get shit on.
No.
You want hope.
And
Hope.
you're all you got to get to that understanding where you're all in it together.
Yeah.
Like if it's you don't always know if it's going to be a 12 or 14-hour day or whatever, but
Could be an 8.
but it could be a 6-hour day,
Yeah.
which is awesome. I mean, that doesn't happen as often as the 12s, but I mean, it's good. It's really great to know that, or have confidence that you're working with somebody that you're gonna go through the mud with. That's like, yeah, hey, the canning line's messing up. We got to get these cases done, or else the order won't get met. And if that doesn't happen, then God knows what. I mean,
man, I think what we're talking about is like just the brewing industry as a whole. Like it's
Right.
the you can say turning point, change the name of the brewery. Every one of us goes through these moments, and it's kind of that decision that you have to make daily. Is we are going to have a great day today. If we're not going to have a great day, we're going to have as good of a day as possible, or we're going to have a bad day.
Yeah,
And you set the tone,
to
right?
me, I'd rather just not even go to work if
Oh, yeah.
I'm already starting off like it's gonna be a shitty day. Like,
Yeah.
no, man, like that is you can't do that, and you can't do that to the other people that you work with either.
Well, yeah, I wonder if there's studies on like just breweries that consistently just ooze negativity and how
Oh, yeah,
how it
there are.
affected the beer or even
sure.
food or product, right?
Yeah,
So it's funny to think about that. But yeah, you just try to stay as positive as possible, even though most times it's not necessarily positive. Very
No.
few are very lucky to be able to have positive moments. That's why, like, when I look at, we're about to celebrate 7 years, man, few of those years were, this is what it, this is, it,
This
it was
is
a,
what we
it was
signed
a
up for?
dream, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man,
Yeah.
you're dreaming, and then you get lucid, and then it's like, and you just try to figure shit out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's nuts to me, man. But one thing that is just unwavering is just, I got to do this.
Yeah.
And you got to make that choice every
Yeah.
day to have the opportunity to either wow somebody or wow yourself,
Yeah.
And
I
it's kind of
still,
pushing both those limits.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I do a lot of I do a lot of gratuity meditation in the morning. But
There you go.
no, I mean, I wake up every day, and it's very much like, no matter, especially on days I know that are going to be tough, whether it's a 12-hour brew day or it's whatever, or we just got through with that TABC audit,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is,
Shout
it's
out
still one of
TABC.
those things like, dude, I remember all the other jobs I had. I remember all the other things that I've done, and not that they were all bad jobs or whatever, but
No.
I wouldn't trade this for anything, even on its worst day, which the last few weeks has been really close to that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd agree. Yeah, dry
And
January is a very dry month, but
yeah, so's February apparently.
well, the weather's
Yeah.
we're a very weather dependent area because we're not prepped for winter scenarios, I guess,
Right.
extreme winter scenarios. So yeah, as a small business, it's cold.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't want to go to work.
No.
Uh,
No.
We don't
But
want
we're
to go
still,
out.
I mean, when the ice days happened, it was like, I got to brew though, so I don't know. I guess I'm going to go at 4:00 in the morning so I can dodge
Yeah.
all this
You're just trying to
crap.
figure it out, But yeah, it is a nice thing, and I think we're just gracious. It's nice to just be lucky enough to have the opportunity to kind of control your own destiny
Right.
each day, and that also brings its own challenges.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also you learn from everything, right? The good and the bad, and I feel like the little wins that we got from 18 to like 22 were awesome. But we were going through, the economy was great at the time, but not during COVID, obviously, but getting into that, it was really great. But now I'm almost more proud of us now that it's like, man, we're grinding, we're making it through. It's hard as hell, but damn, dude, we're doing it. We're making some of the best beer we've ever made. We have
Absolutely.
some of the best people on staff. Everybody seems pretty happy. Like,
Yeah, no, I think
man, there's a lot to be really, really grateful for.
we're no longer new.
No, we don't get that like,
Kind of,
they're new, give them a second. Now they're just like, what did they
Yeah.
do?
you always want to be the new hotness, and then when you're not anymore, it's one of those things where you kind of experience more of that internal dialogue goes on.
Right.
Where it's like, I guess we're just not doing it the way we were doing it before. No,
You're not
Hey.
new.
there's a lot of our brothers and sisters that have opened up businesses, and everyone needs that shake, because if we didn't get that shake,
Right.
then it wouldn't have been fair, right? But I do agree. I think that year 7 is like a year of maturity, and we've seen most things that could happen. We went through a damn pandemic,
Yeah.
which, oh man, that wasn't on the bingo card, but it happened, and
No
we
kidding.
prevailed out of it. But yeah, no, I think now it's just kind of back to basics, and it's another year. Here's our focus.
Right.
Let's get better. Let's just keep getting better. And how do we do that? It starts with production staff. It starts with our taproom staff. It starts with our sales.
Mhm.
It starts with everything as a whole company, and getting that mindset just right to just, hey, we're going to be here whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So keep poking.
Yeah, keep doing it. Like we're gonna do whatever we can. Like the two people in this world that want to see Turning Point succeed more than anybody.
Hillary
and
Duff.
Hillary Duff and
Oh,
Liam Hemsworth. No,
dang, that's a good combo.
Yeah.
That's a power couple, right?
shout out Hillary
Shout-
Duff and
hashtag power
Liam
couple.
Hemsworth. But no, it is you and I, and we're kind of the masters of our own destiny
So are you
here.
Hillary Duff, or am I?
I mean, you look way more like a Liam Hemsworth than
What if we just fuse the two.
Okay.
Then I think
Hillary
that'd be more
Hemsworth?
accurate.
And Liam Duff.
Liam Duff.
I'll be Liam Duff. You could be Hillary Hemsworth.
No, I'm also Liam. I'm two.
We're both.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just
That's a
Liam
good
Duffs.
alter ego.
Classic Liam Duff. But yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, I know we've put this down for a long time, and I think the reason we transitioned into this new format was this feels a little more like us,
Yeah.
where we're going to keep it
Absolutely.
more casual, a little more fun, and not focus necessarily on the why do you think craft beer is doing so bad? Like, look, I don't even want to do that with all my friends. Like, it happens all the time.
I hate that question.
It-
Yeah.
how do we be better?
Yeah.
Let's be better. Let's talk about what we're doing to innovate, what we're doing to be better. Just be proactive in it. Because I think that if you're listening, hopefully you found this podcast thinking, I'm going to find something that resonates with me in the sense that I love craft beer or even I love small business.
Mhm.
I've got an itch to open my own brewery or I want a home brew. Well,
Yeah.
dude, yeah. Hopefully
it.
you can find some words of wisdom from us that have done it for 7 years and continue to watch and grow and learn from some business owners and some of our special guests that specialize in all different fields.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely, I know we're going to have a bunch of guests here and there, and we're going to do a bunch of solo episodes. But, that's a whole, what I've really learned in the last 7 years, and I'll ask you the same thing. But what I've really learned in the last 7 years is that you never really learn it all. Like we're reading that book right now,
Yeah.
the Jack Welch book, and it's very interesting. His mindset of everything really transformed GE. Great book. I'm definitely nowhere
Kind of a
near
crazy guy.
crazy,
Kind
crazy,
of a crazy guy.
crazy Boston Irish dude.
like just
wild
a lot
crazy.
of things.
Wild
not,
boy.
Not necessarily popular opinion.
Definitely not in the corporate landscape.
No,
of
yeah,
things.
no, they couldn't understand, why he was doing what he was doing. And I would say a lot of the time he was just hedging a bet,
Right.
but he was right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like if you have that kind of drive, passion, and determination, you can kind of make anything that you want to work. And for us, I think the failed ideas or failed attempts that we've had were because we weren't really in it. Our heart wasn't really in it. Our passion wasn't really
Typically, yeah. I think we need to do like a whole episode on just burnout
in it. Love it.
because I
Love
think
it.
both of us have experienced
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to where it's like
Yeah, because
I
now
don't-
we've been in the industry for almost 15 years.
it's hard for me to ever say the words I don't want to go to work today.
Right.
Man, I've got really kind of a cool setup here. I mean, there's no reason that I should ever utter those words, but it does happen.
Right.
You just get fatigued. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, it happens with anything. I think you give something enough time, and I think really what it is too is when things kind of get hard,
Yeah.
you
I
start
agree.
going one bad thing almost like if you focus on it, it begets another bad thing, and that's what you start focusing on.
It's almost like a
And-
weird Rocky movie where it's like, okay, you got beat up, once.
Get up, Rock!
Yeah, and you have to get up, and
You
you're
got
like,
us.
you got one gloves on the ground. You're trying to push yourself up, and you're like, why am I gonna get back up to take more of a whipping?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can also have an offense. I can actually punch. I can punch back.
Right.
Okay, well maybe I should get my ass up
Right.
and punch back.
100%. Like, I'm in control. I can do this.
Ye-
I'm the one.
And I think that's what the burnout phase is, such the spin cycle.
Yeah.
And until you realize that literally it's like, it's you.
100%.
And you've got to reach out to whoever you have, your resources, your friends, family, everybody, and say, look, there's something not right. And I gotta get out of this because it's
Mhm.
not doing you well.
Right.
So I know I'd love to talk about, your experience and my experience with not only burnout from running the business, But burnout on craft beer or beer in general,
Yeah.
you know,
Um,
it's
a
hard
lot
to
of it,
talk
I
about
mean, for
that.
me, I know a lot of it, and we'll definitely. I love that idea. We should definitely do an episode about that. But it's palate fatigue. It's or the definition of insanity, right? Like it's the same thing over and over again, and whenever those results are negative, it just drags it through the dirt. Like whenever I worked for a brewery that wasn't here, I loved it. It was great,
Mm.
but you know, 13, 14 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, and you're making $8 an hour,
Mhm.
essentially. Like, man, that gets to you all the time. But I can see the difference, now especially. But back then, the difference between me and say whatever another person there, them going, well, fuck this, blah blah blah, like blah, blah. And I just always remember going, dude, it could be a whole lot worse, man. We
Yeah,
could be piling shit up
I
in
can
the
think
back,
of 20 different scenarios that in that moment I run through that a little bit every now and then with just checking some attitudes and whether or not it's
Right.
somebody there. Most of the time it's people joking, but it's like, dude, is that wall white? We all know it's white, right?
Right.
Tell me more about how like it's just gonna piss you
Yeah,
off. That
we're all living in this.
we
together.
all know.
Nobody's dumb enough to be like, oh, really? That's what
Yeah.
sucks right now.
And I'm like, dude, okay, well, like I can name 20 different scenarios. Like some guy just comes into the brewery and immediately just takes a giant fat crap on the ground.
Yeah.
That's a shitty scenario. No, pun
Literally.
intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things. Like, dude, there's a lot worse than just random things that are going to happen along the ride of the business, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, okay, and it'll eat yourself alive if you just constantly think about the negative.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that thrive in the negative, man, and that's cool if you're able to do that. I think you need to be both. I think you
That's
need to
not me.
use the negative to be positive. Flip it.
Yeah. No, that's
it's hard. It's hard.
I can't do that, but
yeah,
man. I'm excited. I know the podcast really took a seat back. It was too much time. We were really focused on making sure the business didn't fall apart.
We're really focused on drinking
and drinking, which is important. It's our industry, but I'm excited about getting it going again and being able to just have hot takes and
yeah, man. I just want to be
crazy shit.
35, 45 minutes of your day and just tell a story and hopefully you learn something from it. I hope it's slightly educational. If not, at least it brightened up your day a little bit and took away some of those negative thoughts and turned them into positives,
Absolutely. Well, I'm not exactly sure when this will air, but it'll be out soon, and then we'll be back to once a week again. We have a bunch of fun guests coming up. We got a food truck and one of our favorite doctors of all time.
Yes, his episode's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be fun. But yeah, overall, I'm really excited that we were able to start doing it again, and I can't wait to see what we can learn. If you want to hit us up, he's at TP Beer
JPG, I believe, on Instagram.
Yeah, and I'm at Alex TPB, I think.
Yeah, we'll
I don't know.
flash them somewhere
right around
in the
here-ish.
areas.
I think we still have an email address, Liquor Before Beer.
We do. We still have
podcast
Liquor
at
Before
Gmail.
Beer at Gmail, I believe.
At Gmail, yeah.
Very expensive.
Very.
Only
Hoity-toity.
the finest.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still active. I got to check on that. But, I think we did it, and we're right back. Nobody asked for it, but here we are.
Nobody asked for it, and it's okay. But we're going to do it anyway. So, gonna do it anyway. Yeah. But yeah, so we look forward to getting you guys back, and let's all do something fun, listen, and have some great guests. But
drink some beer.
Drink some beer and talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, brother.
Love you too.
God bless everybody. See ya.